All right. President Trump has just announced what we've been waiting for a very long time, that he is going to start a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And the magic words we were looking for is XRP. Now, there's a lot of arguments about XRP out there. Okay, there's a lot of myths, and there's people like Brandon Biggs that have had visions about it. I know people that have had visions about it. Regardless, that I get asked sometimes about investments. First of all, have 6 months worth of food in your house, no matter what. If you ain't got food, you can't eat XRP, you can't eat gold. Second, have gold and silver around, because as inflation increases, as we start to go to war, as the banking systems start to collapse, you want to have physical assets in your safe, in your house. And I recommend not telling anybody. And if you do, have it in different places, bank deposit box, friend's house you can trust. But as this Bitcoin reserve goes into effect, because when they sign things, it usually takes a year, 2 year, 3. It's a long-term investment. Put your XRP on a hard wallet. Do not have it on an exchange. I also, if you've got a lot of money, put 1,000 in Bitcoin. It'll increase over time. HBAR, other things. But like I said, I've been doing this for 15, 16 years. I'm networked with people. I always tell people, get with people you can trust. Whether it's mutual assistant groups, other believers, everybody stores something of value. Copper. If you can't afford silver, buy copper. Any precious metal as the dollar dies and we're at war is going to be beneficial. Like I said, if you've got 6 or 7 months worth of food, pay off your debts, pay off your house, pay off your mortgage, pay off your cars if you can do it. Don't just go running out and buying all kinds of gold and stuff if you have no food. Food first. Get out of debt, and then, like I said, diversify. I recommend XRP. XRP is now in the Bitcoin reserve. That means it is going to go up. Now, if it even realistically goes up to $20 to $30 to $40 instead of $1,000, and you've bought at you take $1,000 and you put it in at $2 and $3 a piece, you're gonna have some money in about 2 or 3 years. And this is a long-term strategy. It's like gold and silver. I know my dad used to buy gold and he would complain it didn't go up. I've held gold and silver for 5-10 years. This is a long game, because as inflation goes up, as we start to have gas crises, as a new virus comes in, as a world war comes in, okay, you're going to want to have some physical gold in case power outages, in case Congress is up there waving their private parts on when checks are going to go out. Maybe we might have delayed checks for 3 or 4 months because you people on Social Security or something like that. You want to have hard physical assets in your house. You want to have food in your house for your family. Okay? Crypto is just another form of wealth that will increase and decrease and increase and decrease, but hold it long term. I'm not looking at XRP or anything to do anything for another 3 or 4 years. And if the virus that a lot of prophets have seen comes this year, and it's as bad as they say, which is going to make COVID look like a walk in the tulips, that means that all cash currency is going to go out. Because if you remember during COVID, they had these issues where they were starting to get rid of cash, you could only do credit. It's going to get worse. People have seen stuff like that, and then everything will flow into digital currency. And from what other people have seen, there's only going to be about 5 or 6 big ones. Now, I've heard names like XRP, HBAR, whatever. Bitcoin will be there. Get you some cryptocurrency if you have some food and some gold. I recommend buying land first. Seeds. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a video from a Goshen community. I know other homesteads of acres of land of people that have been preparing for years. I know other communities that I came out of. I know, so there's different places being set up. But you can have a Goshen right in your own house. Pay off your house. Try not to be in a city. I mean, even where I'm at right now, I'm not in a city. But, if you've got a mortgage paid off, you don't have any overhead, and you got some gold, and you got about 7-8 months worth of food, when these shakings happen, you're not going to be out on the street with the violent protesters. You're not going to be out at the grocery store fighting for toilet paper when a virus comes, because as these things happen, you'll probably still be able to get things, but you will have to do them all digitally. They'll have delivery drivers. But if something comes worse than COVID, which has been seen, I don't know if it's this year or coming couple years, you're just not going to be able to go to the store without risking infection. And this ain't going to be like COVID. This is, from what people have seen, this is like 10-15% kill rate. This is not a joke. So you want to be prepared, and you want to start now, and you want to get your house in order now. And first and foremost, repentance. If y'all are just sitting around, well, I'm okay. Steve says this, and Trump's doing XRP. I'm going to buy XRP. I'm going to be rich, and I'm going to go ride around on my yacht. If that's where your heart is, my heart with stuff like XRP is so I can have more money, of course, to take care of myself because God knows my needs, but to also help his people, help the community members I'm at. If I see a sister that just got kicked out of her house, you know what I mean? I'm able to give her $1,000 to eat. That kind of stuff is where your heart should be at. Then the kingdom of God will be added unto you. So get yourself right. When you're praying, check your motivations of your heart. Are you doing things for the right reasons? Are you doing things to be seen? Those of you with accounts and TikToks, are you doing things for clicks and views, or are you doing things to help people? When you analyze your behaviors every day, are you not sinning just because you're afraid of going to hell? Or are you doing it because you really don't want to hurt the Father? These are things that you need to start really praying about. Set aside an hour a day to pray. Learn to fast. And for those of you that don't have any resources, like I say, go to a food bank. There's no shame in going to a food bank. Drive to 3-4 food banks across different counties. Get a whole bunch of food, and then make an oath with God that you're going to help the poor with it, but also for your own family. There's ways. There's ways. Start now. I still think we have some time. If you've got a nest egg, take out a couple $1,000s and go to Sam's Club, get some food. And even before XRP or anything, if you've got a couple thousand, get the food and then go buy little pieces of gold, little pieces of silver, and buy some jewelry, put some cash on hand. Because when the banks stop failing, you're going to have limited ATM withdrawals. You're not going to be able to get out what you want to get out. Okay, I've watched these things. I've studied these things for years on how they do things. Okay, they squeeze you into submission. Then they usually lock your accounts, and they'll come back and they'll be like, well, you can get the money out of your account, but you're going to have to take it in this form they're going to have a digital currency. It's going to be a CBDC. It's going to be a stable coin. It's going to be worth less than what you had in there, and you're going to be forced to take it. Okay, I don't think they're going to come in microchipping people immediately. I think this is a ways off. But get yourself ready now so you don't have to worry. Look at COVID. Look at how many people were caught off guard in COVID, were scared about losing their jobs. They didn't even think that they might have to lose their job. And then they have kids, and what are they going to do? And how am I going to do this? Get ready now. COVID was a dress rehearsal for what's coming. Think about, what would you have to do if there was no jobs? Where are you going to go? If nothing else, I'm not trying to produce fear. God will take care of it. But start thinking about these things. Do you need to buy tents now? Do you need to buy some gold now? Do you need to have do you have a bug out bag in your house? Start asking yourself these things, because the stuff's not getting any better. Now, maybe there will be a brief reprieve with President Trump, but he ain't playing no games. And as these jobs keep getting cut, and Social Security, they're not touching right now, but they're going to. It's insolvent by 2031. So eventually, your $1,000 a month will be $700 a month. Are you going to be able to make do with that? Get around people that are thinking the same things, that have homesteads, that know how to grow food. All right. So this is my warning. I'm going to keep beating this prep drum. I do this all the time. I'm going to do it on the Goshen community teaching I'm doing with my friend Dalton. So get ready. Times are coming, and get your soul right more than anything. But yes, if you have the extra money around, if you've already done the food prep, if you've already spiritually ready, go in and get you some XRP right now. It's a good time to buy. Drop like $1,000 in XRP. Maybe buy a little bit of HBAR, a little bit of Dogecoin. But like I said, I'd rather have physical gold in my safe first. So that's just my advice. Like, subscribe, share.